Campsite Tales, The Whispering Woods. The morning sun painted the forest in hues of gold and green as the group of friends set out on their hiking adventure. They navigated winding trails, crossed babbling brooks on moss-covered stones, and marveled at the towering trees that seemed to reach for the sky. After hours of hiking, they finally reached their chosen campsite. With practiced ease, they set up their tents, unrolled sleeping bags, and gathered firewood. The air was filled with laughter and chatter as they reminisced about past camping trips and eagerly anticipated the night ahead. As dusk descended and the forest grew quiet, they gathered around the crackling campfire, the flames casting a warm glow on their faces. The scent of roasting marshmallows mingled with the earthy fragrance of the woods, creating a cozy atmosphere. "This is what it's all about," Ben exclaimed, a smile spreading across his face as he settled on a log by the fire. "Good friends, good food, and the great outdoors." The group nodded in agreement, their spirits high as they savored the simple joys of nature and friendship. The campfire crackled and popped, casting dancing shadows across the faces of the 8 friends gathered in a tight circle. The night air was cool, filled with the earthy scent of pine and the distant hoot of an owl. They had chosen this spot deep in the woods for their monthly camping trip, seeking adventure and camaraderie beneath the starry sky. As the flames flickered, casting an eerie glow, Emma, the storyteller of the group, leaned forward, her eyes gleaming with excitement. "All right, everyone, gather round. I've got a bone-chilling tale for you tonight," she announced, her voice dropping to a dramatic whisper. "The Whispering Woods," Emma began, her words weaving a spellbinding narrative. "Legend has it that in a small town not far from here, there was a forest unlike any other. They called it the Whispering Woods." A collective shiver ran through the group as Emma continued. "They say if you venture into the Whispering Woods at night, you'll hear voices, whispers that echo through the trees. Some say it's the wind playing tricks, but others claim it's the lost souls of those who wandered in and never returned." The fire crackled louder, as if in agreement with the ominous tale. Undeterred, Emma pressed on, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial hush. "One moonless night, a group of friends much like ourselves decided to put the legend to the test. Jake, Sarah, Alex, Christy, Ben, Rachel, and Tyler, all eager for adventure, they ventured into the heart of the Whispering Woods." The friends exchanged nervous glances, their imaginations already conjuring the eerie atmosphere of the tale. As they delved deeper into the forest, the whispers began, Emma continued, her voice barely above a whisper now, adding to the suspense. "At first, they were faint, like distant murmurs carried on the wind. But as the group pressed on, the whispers grew louder, more insistent, as if pleading for something. A twig snapped nearby, causing several of the friends to jump. Emma paused for effect, letting the tension build. Then, as suddenly as they had begun, the whispers ceased. She whispered, her eyes wide with feigned fear. It was so quiet, they could hear their own heartbeats pounding in their ears. That's when Jake realized Sarah was missing. Gasps of surprise and concern rippled through the group. They called out for her, their voices echoing through the silent forest, Emma narrated. And then, faintly, they heard her, Sarah's voice, calling for help from somewhere deep within the woods. The fire crackled and popped, mimicking the urgency in Emma's voice as she recounted the chilling events. Driven by fear and desperation, they followed her voice, but no matter how far they ran, they never seemed to get any closer, Emma said, her words hanging in the air like a ghostly echo. Hours passed like minutes as Emma's tale unfolded, each twist and turn drawing the friends deeper into the haunting story. Finally, with a dramatic flourish, Emma brought the tale to its spine-tingling conclusion. "And so," Emma whispered, her eyes gleaming in the firelight, the group stumbled out of the Whispering Woods, exhausted, terrified, and haunted by the memory of Sarah's voice calling out for help, a voice that still echoes through the trees to this very day. As the echoes of Emma's tale faded into the night, a hush settled over the group, broken only by the crackling of the dying fire. Faces were illuminated by the dwindling flames, each friend lost in their thoughts, the story of the whispering woods still lingering in the air like a haunting melody. Then, breaking the silence, Alex spoke up, his voice a touch nervous but tinged with excitement. "You know, I've got a story too. It's not about haunted woods, but it's something that happened to a friend of a friend." Join us next week for Campsite Tales, The Vanishing Hitchhiker. Like and subscribe for more creepy stories.